this red.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Fraying sanity. Champ knows X card. What? That feels insane. Why would you ever do that?
This is moving way too slow.
Jace to perfected 9. That's
Yep, there we go.
seen red and control. It's echoing.
Alright, now ready. The man who claimed to be an inspector that day was definitely not this man.
In fact, see, you think we would have forget these grand flips, huh?
I never leave French Street, alright? I have interest in any red-headed league. I'm all alone in the world, me. I have no kinfolk or nothing. Why would I be involved in something like that? Just look at me, eh? Does it look like I could carry off in this guy with a face like this?
I mean, if they didn't know what Gregson looked like, then you could theoretically pass off as him.
It would certainly appear that we have the wrong man.
What have I been telling you, huh? There was no need for this pointless testimony. That's right. I'm just a simple peddler, remember, Fresno? She's all I know. How would I have come by a police inspector identification book, huh? Well, yes, that's hard to explain, but...
Oh, you're cutting out, Nick.
A brief cross-examination, I think, Counsel. Very brief.
Isn't there anyone...
2 words or less, come on.
Isn't there anyone in this courtroom who thinks I might be onto something?
Hey, thought words count too!
I stand steadfastly at your side as always, Mr. Naruhodo.
Thanks, Uzato.
Oh, it would be really funny to put a fucking shit ton of counters on a crab.
So, you heard the Red-Headed League, had you? You don't get a name like Gossip for nothing, eh? It's my business to know what's going off in town. I sold that tasty tidbit to a fair few redheads that came past me. Just between us, I even got Sandwich a call for it.
Well, he does have a very red nose, if that counts.
Who knows? But as you can see, my own hair's not got a hint of red in it. In any case, Fresno Street's my patch. You won't catch me sliding off to some other part of town. No, sir, not likely.
Excuse me.
Mr. DeRusse. Russo.
Russo.
Mr. Darude Sandstorm.
Oui? Can I help you? Did Mr. Gossip was just now lead you to remember something relevant, perhaps? It was the other day I was looking for a place near the park. A small house or something.
To be the headquarters of your Red-Headed League, yes?
I visited a housing agent on Lime Street, and here I saw him. This man was paying money to the agent. What? Mr. Gossip? With a housing agent? He had some kind of contract in his, and they were clearly discussing terms. But, no, you're mistaken, chum. I never left Fresno Street. Me, like I said before. You mistaken me for someone else, someone with the same face. You have a very distinguished face, sir.
Yeah.
No, the cop was right. I remembered it too. He was the paper man with the banknotes.
With notes?
Like I said, that wasn't me.
I was curious whether the man with the dirty clothes has so much money. So I looked up the name on the paper.
And what name was written? Mr. Gossip?
No, this man. He lies. He tells you that he has no name. But in fact, his name is Hugh Boone.
Oh.
If I did not Mr. Gossip, I fixed it.
He's huge boner.
No!
Oh
my god, they just
Talking balls.
tumbled over.
I'm a peddler of tidbits of information, like I said, on Fresno Street, and that's that. I don't know much like folk talking about my personal life. Boner. Huge penis.
Stop.
Cock and ball torture, CBT.
Yeah.
One day I will record the Korokio cock and ball torture. I just never get around to it. Indeed. And if it's not the intention of the court to invade the privacy of witnesses, very well, I shall respect your wishes, sir. The aforementioned names shall be redacted from all court records of this trial, assuming no objection.
Objection.
Don't just
Son of a
redact
fuck.
that shit! I'm sorry, my lord, but the defense does
I feel
object.
like the world line for my entire bloodline has been shifted.
No, that's Japanese, Judge. Because the name just mentioned has a very deep significance to this case. Where's my train set? I'm not asking anymore, I'm demanding. Give me my train set.
It's going to be made of C4 if you keep your shit up. Good gracious. Do you similarly object, Prosecutor Impact?
God damn it. As it happens, my lord, that particular name has already been mentioned during today's proceedings.
Well, I never. In what capacity?
Huge boner.
Hugh Boone. Hugh Boone. The name of the leaseholder of the room!
Let me put it very simply. The victim's body was discovered in your rented room.
I suggest, sir, that you start talking.
Well, alright. I suppose that might be the case. Aye. Oh yeah. So your real name is Huge Boner. Well, just between us, I don't like to blow me own trumpet, but there's no finer peddler of tidbits in town. So I happen to be able to afford a grubby little room in a falling down backstreet townhouse.
You do?
And once every 6 months, I go and pay the rent to the H on Lime Street. I remember now. There were 2 vulgar redheads
Your
in there
landlord lets
last
you
time.
pay rent every 6 months?
Oh my god.
He has the patience of a saint.
6 months! 6 months! 6 months! 6 months! 6 months!
Calm your tits.
Venom!
That is not calming your tits.
If either of us is a vulgar, it is not a me.
Speak again, Papino.
Why didn't you bring this up before?
Like I told you already. I don't like talking about my personal life. I'm a tidbit peddler as far as everyone else is concerned, no fuss. boner.
Cock and ball torture, CBT. You will update your testimony to include this most surprising revelation, Mr. Boone.
No, Ed,
Fucking Michaela.
if I must.
So the leaseholder Scotland Yard has been looking for since the body was discovered has been here under our noses all along.
I rent the room where that fellow was found, it's true. For what difference it makes? It makes all the differences, obviously.
Hold it!
So, you live in that room presumably, do you? No, I don't live there. What do you think? There's no bed, is there? Just a desk. Then, why would you want to rent it? Well, I don't think I should have to say, really.
Then how about the notice board in there? Which was covered from top to bottom in confidential documents only the police should have access to.
Ah, no, that board's not mine. The inspector must have brought it all along. It's only the other bits and bobs that belong to me. The desk, the chair, and that. A framed photograph, even? People don't generally carry
Look at this graph.
People don't generally carry enormous notice boards around with them. You don't know me very well, do you, Mr. Naruhodo? The real question is, why was Inspector Gregson killed there in your room? Well, obviously, I'm not the faintest idea. I mean, it's causing me no end of bother, to be honest.
I think it seems to me that Mr. Boone would rather as little is known about his room as possible for some reason.
Yes, it does come across that way, and more importantly, knowing that the scene of the crime is actually his room completely changes things. In particular, there's one part of his testimony that really is bothering me. That's how I'm finally going to undo this man.
I just realized I don't have any removal in this deck.
Objection!
I'm in trouble.
You have no kinfolk, as you put it. To explain why is that among the sparse furnishings, we found this photograph in the room.
Oh, he's...
You're not gonna do what I think you're gonna do, are you?
Is he,
Mr. Vigil?
Yeah. So he has gone through 3 names at this point.
He must be a spy.
I don't know, man.
I presume, as you've been renting the room that was photographed belongs to you, does it not? Oh, well... Mr. Boone, drop the pretense and tell the court exactly who you really are! Dun, 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 dun,
I'm
dun,
Anne
dun,
Hesh.
dun, dun. I don't know what you mean. I'm a peddler. I keep telling you. You really don't need to bother with me. Please, just leave it alone.
As the man says, leave it alone. Whatever the truth is about the man's life, it has no bearing on this case.
Oh, you would know.
Because it's simply not possible that he impersonated Inspector Gregson.
How can you be so sure?
I'm backing that up with a source.
Just look at the man. No amount of disguise could ever hide those unmissable features.
But what if
Calling him ugly?
we were to look at the other way around?
What do you mean?
Whatever Ace Attorney game Capcom comes out with next, I hope they have a prelude to the pursuit, because I really love the prelude to the Great Pursuit.
Yes, Counsel? What do you mean?
Well, there's no denying that Mr. Boone's lip is very prominent indeed. But consider the possibility that his prominent lip itself is part of an elaborate disguise. Then hiding that prominent feature, in other words, revealing his true face, this really is the fucking
That's a
Phantom,
problem. That's a real big problem.
will make an utterly
Sorry.
impenetrable disguise. Wouldn't you
Oh,
agree,
there's a cowboy
Mr.
plan on my
Huge
deal.
Boner? Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Ah! Ah!
Oh, you have trample. You suck. I cast Kill Self. Good. Witness, are you still hiding the truth from this court?
If that's a disguise, then underneath it, his true identity must be.
Use your Kazuma, use your swords to slice his face. Yes, that's right.
I don't think this is a mask, dude.
Yes, that's right. There's really only one person he could really
The
be.
Phantom?
Dev.
This is poor man. This is poor man's Phantom.
Nah.
Phantom!
Phantom!
My lord? The defense believes it can reveal Mr. Boone's true identity to the court. No. Please. No!
Gang, give me time to read cards. Oh. Danger. Understood. Very well, then, Counsel. What is the true identity of this peddler who goes simply by the name of Gossip on the Street?
Take that!
Your real name is actually Mr. Vigil, isn't it? Mr. Delay Vigil? Ah!
Daily Vigil. Daily. Oh, it's Daily Vigil. Oh no.
Yeah, now you get it.
Yeah. I didn't know his first name.
I don't recall that name, Counsel. Who is this Mr. Vigil?
It's a name I encountered yesterday, my lord. It has to do with a certain client, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. A young gentlewoman came to the detective asking him to locate her missing husband.
And he's been hiding from her for 10 fucking years. Jesus Christ. And wait, no, he wasn't hiding. He was just, he's been lying to her for 10 years. And then he went missing yesterday.
The woman in this photograph, in fact, this is Miss Vigil.
Whoa, what?
From what I
I guess I'm
understand,
just...
You haven't returned
Nothing
home
else, go
since the
fuck
night before
myself.
the inspector was found dead.
Oh, but you get to play your commander. Fun.
But of course, on that night, you were being held captive by the two red-headed League men.
And last night, you were put up by the prosecution service in preparation for testifying in this trial. Because we'd been led to believe that you, Miss Venus, and Mr. Sandwich were all homeless. Being important witnesses in this case, we needed to know where we could find you, of course.
And that explains why you not only been unable to return home, but also unable to contact your wife, who's been beside herself with worry waiting for you at the Vigil residence. Now, just you hold on a minute. What I'm talking about, really, it's simple enough matter to confirm my suspicions. All we have to do is pull off that disguise. No, please. Time to take a shower.
Alright, you fucking get rod monster. Kill me. Bailiff, bring soap, a sponge, and a wash bowl at once. Mr. De Rosé and Mr. De Rossi, you will restrain the witness.
Oui, my lord. Oh, God. Ah! No! No! Stop! Get off! Ah! Down!
What?
What the heck?
I have no idea who this person is. Well, we are now seeing the true features, I presume.
Lift your head, sir, so the court can see your face.
It would appear that the defense counsel's assertion was entirely correct. I'm going to punch you really, really fucking hard in the face. This has all been a very elaborate deception. Counter thing I wasn't going to use anyway. So, witness, tell the court. Have you seen this man before?
I don't believe it, but...
Why did you do that? Why did you do that? I'm scared. Why did you do that?
Skipper, it's you.
Think there is no question. This is the inspector we saw in the park.
What is that? Oh.
On the day of the Red-Headed League enrollment, the man claimed to be Inspector Gregson, who appeared before Mr. de Rousset and Mr. de Rousset in the park.
Was you, disguised as the inspector. Or rather... was you posing as the inspector in no disguise at all?
Mr. Vigil was formerly employed at the chief ward at Barclay Prison.
What? Huh? Okay, it's okay. We got whale. Drop a whale on him. To Chief Warner. Why could you just put that back in your hand? Oh. Zaylin told you have a really annoying strategy? Then your career had promise. Why would you quite possibly have been the first... Like, you would quite possibly have become the future governor of the prison. What on earth have you been doing peddling tittle-tattle on Fresno Street?
Well, it's been 10 years since Mr. Vigil worked at the prison.
10 years.
10 years. I'm dreadfully sorry about all of this. Yes, it's true. I am daily vigil.
And you were the chief warder at Barclay Prison 10 years ago? Oh. So where did Mr. Hugh Boone come from?
Boone is the other me. It's a name I invented. many names for equally many reasons, and they're all useful.
Oh, this is gonna suck, isn't it? Well, evidently, there's a great deal under the surface here.
I'll explain everything. I'll tell you just how wretched my life has become. As you say, it was 10 years ago now that my employment at Barclay Chief Warder came to an end. Having left the prison service, I searched for some new occupation by which to earn a wage. But times were hard in London, and I found no suitable engagement at all. In desperation one day, I turned my hand at selling wares on Fresno Street. But your wife appears to know nothing of this. She still maintained that you are the chief warder at Barclay Prison. I was utterly determined that my wife should not know of my failings, which is why I never told her. I opened an account at the bank under the name of Hugh Boone, and I rented the cheapest room I could find on Fresno Street. The scene of the very crime we're investigating. Yes, that's right.
Whoa.
A place from which I could emerge every morning at 8 as a squatted peddler, and transform myself back every evening at 5 into a well-dressed man about town before returning home. That quickly became my daily routine.
I was puzzled by the lack of furniture in the room. But that explains it.
Well, why on earth did you just tell us this in the first place? I have a wife, sir, and 2 sons. And without wishing to sound so conceited, they regard me with some pride.
You don't get the satisfaction, prick.
I couldn't bring myself to disappoint them. So instead, you decided to conceal your occupation from them? Yes. I made such a terrible mess of everything.
Still, one thing doesn't add up. No matter how many tidbits of information you could sell to passing gentlemen, even at 6 pence apiece, you couldn't hope to match the salary you must have commanded as chief warder at the prison.
Very true. You have kept your family in comfort, despite 10 years of somewhat misbegotten employment.
That was all thanks to Inspector Gregson. What? Inspector Gregson? What on earth? It was some years after I invented Boone and begun my other life as a street seller. The inspector, that is, recognized me one day.
Do you mean to say the victim was an acquaintance of yours?
I knew him from my time working at the prison.
Fucking stylization out of nowhere.
Yeah.
When he saw what I'd become, he was deeply troubled for me and my family. And from that day forward, he visited me on Fresno Street with increasing regularity. Then one day, he asked me I would carry out a secret assignment for him. A secret? What was it? I was to impersonate the inspector.
What? Impersonate him? I love that sprite.
He's about to run away. Get him. We always met in that little room so the inspector could brief me.
Run, burn.
With all case about I take a statement for the proprietors. It was always something along those lines. Surveillance work, interviewing people. On those occasions, he would lend me his identification so people would believe who I was. My instruction was to make an impression to let people know that Inspector Gregson had been at work.
So you're saying you're gonna make a name for yourself?
Not out here. Not out here. And for those services, he compensated me financially. Base Gregson.
Yeah, Gregson is surprisingly generous.
From both his Scotland Yard job and the royalties he get from Herlock Sholmes, he must be rolling in it, so.
A Scotland Yard inspector willingly relinquished his identification into your care with intent to deceive? That, as I'm sure I need to not point out, is a very serious criminal offense. We'd hang him if he wasn't already dead. Oh, you're gonna do some funky
Why?
bullshit.
What was the point of you impersonating him?
I
Funny.
truthfully do not know. All I can say is that the inspector warned me on numerous occasions. I remember, Vigil. I need your solemn word. You don't blab about it to anyone, alright? Ever. Even if, well, if I end up a croaker.
Oh boy.
In time, he started to bring papers with him to the room as well. It became something of a second office for him. So, in fact, the person who declared himself to be Inspector Gregson at the park on Lime Street was really... Yes, it was me, acting on the inspector's orders. As usual, I removed my boon disguise, and then went as instructed to the park, along with the inspector's identification book. Never occurred to me that the bruise on my neck might give me away. That's a pretty noticeable bruise, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well. It would seem this confession completely destroys the defense's case.
Oh yeah, prove it.
Oh, I'll prove it, alright.
When Redacted announces that they're doing the fucking investigations games, you know damn well I'm auditioning for
Explain yourself, Prosecutor
useless
Asogi.
wiener.
Impact. Your name is Genshin Impact. Never forget.
No, it's not! It's not! My learned friend's assertion was as follows.
How many waifus you write a roll for?
None! I'm gay! The victim was killed at another location on the day before his corpse was discovered.
Husbandos then.
There's only one.
Genshin has both.
My husbando's right across the room from me. I don't need another one.
Too bad. Here's 30 more.
No! At the hands of these two red-headed League men when they imprisoned the inspector.
Ah! But no, that can't be. After all, it wasn't the inspector who went to the park that day. It was me.
Oh, goodness.
Finally, we have clarity. We had nothing to do with his murder of the inspector. And merci, Monsieur L'Elephant, for proving it. What? Ah!
Oh, it's Monsieur. It's Monsieur.
Go fuck yourself, my friend.
I'm just remembering because my mom's doing Beauty and the Beast and she's voicing a French character, so she has to relearn the French accent.
The French.
Viva la France!
There's only been one good French person I know, and that's Arno from Assassin's Creed, and he's not even real.
Order! 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 voracious reader is going to. Indeed, it would appear that we have reached a de facto conclusion of sorts. These witnesses have no involvement in the murder of the victim.
Damn it.
Oh, you cock. As proven, somewhat ironically, by the defense,
Ah!
I hereby call an end to the cross-examination.
Hold it!
Who said that? Oh, hello.
That would be your mother.
Pardon me, my lord, but with your permission,
I'm going to
I would
do
like
my
to pose
stuff.
one further question to the witness.
Kazuma?
Oh boy.
What question, counsel?
It concerns the events of 10. Oh no! Oh no, that's.
DL6! DL6!
No!
DL6!
Stop!
Oh yeah, DL6 time.
It concerns the events of 10 years ago. I believe you would have been present at a very significant Oh god. Oh no. I believe you would have been present at a very significant execution that was carried out at the time.
10 years ago?
He's gonna figure out that he failed the execution of the professor and he's gonna flip his shit.
The execution of the professor. Genjin Asogi.
I want to know exactly what your involvement was.
Oh. He's not happy.
No, no, he's not. Hold on, give me a second.
Oh, you're just
Answer
playing
me,
everyone.
man.
One moment, counsel.
I don't
Christ!
think he's gonna wait for an answer.
You're giving everyone a headache.
Bum bum bum. Mama na na na. Na 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 na. So Neo, how's your rambling going?
Is this related to the current case?
It's going somewhere. Hmm. Naturally. It is the prosecution's belief that this case and the events of 10 years ago are inextricably linked.
Inextricably?
Stop using big words.
But
It's the
my
14th century.
vocabulary-
It's the 14th century court.
18th century.
What? No, it would be 19th century.
Early 19th century, late 18th century. Doesn't matter.
3rd century final offer. It's a terrible.
Well, no, it's not. Because
Fuck you, you get a worse deal.
Nick, centuries ago, we're in the 21st century. So then the 1900s would be the 20th century. And then 1800s, which this game takes place in, is the 19th century.
Does this events concur, Council?
Kazuma, you're not yourself. You're not as calm and collected as usual.
I mean, yeah, he's talking about his darn serial killer dad, dude. I don't know how you can be calm about that.
Don't worry about it. You can do that all the time. It's really easy to be calm about that.
Oh no, Venom's pretty calm when he talked about his son.
Poor Kazuma-sama. No wonder he's acting this way. Mr. Vigil's memories of what happened 10 years ago would tell the tale of Genshin Asogi's last moments.
Nick, no, your stream's frozen.
It is?
No. Yes.
His own father.
Is it unfrozen?
At this point, hit them as
No,
hard as
it's
fucking
like
possible.
it says stream paused.
Oh. Let me just,
No.
Block flub. Oh, you're not blocking the right thing with flubs.
let me just do the...
Oh, that's a Mox Amber.
Alright, it's back,
Cool.
I think.
I know. I do understand that, but even so...
Oh no, it's stuck again.
Yep, it's stuck on my end.
Whoop! It's back.
Nope, it's...
Oh, now it's stuck.
It's
Now
going...
it's back.
That goes infinite.
Hold up.
Oh god, that's Oracle of the Alpha! Oh!
Kazu... Prosecutor Sogi,
Fuck.
do you genuinely believe that this question requires an answer in order to learn the truth behind Inspector Gregson's death?
Oh
He's
god, why
determined
does
to get
everything have
it no
hex
matter what,
proof?
dude. I need you to trust me. Please.
No. Very well. Then the defense has no objection. I'm too gay for this.
Can it be my turn now? And this is why green players don't have rights. I see. I see. In that case, you will answer the question, witness. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the flying fuck?
The truth is, I remember very little of that time.
Oh, fucking course you do. You've forgotten?
I'm sorry to say yes. As I said, I was resigned from my role at the prison 10 years ago. But for some peculiar reason, my memory of the event leading up to that moment is extremely
Alright, I'm just gonna
hazy.
concede because it's taking 7 centuries.
Purposely having memory block.
Probably, yeah.
30 goddamn landfall triggers in one turn.
Sorry?
Well, 10 years is a long time. I'd forgotten the reason why you left such an important job.
We know why, though.
Yes, you're
The other
right.
guy told us.
The new order.
Yeah.
And not only that, this individual's claim contradicts what we already know.
Exactly. The human spirit is a fragile thing. It's broken all too easily. Which is why
I use a gun.
we have a tendency to wrap it up for protection.
Sorry? The human spirit? I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean.
When we experience pain and suffering that we feel unable to bear, we block it out, obliterate it from our memories, seal it away.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yep, Kazuma gets it. But it never truly leaves us. And that's probably because Kazuma also tried to do the same thing with his own dad. Fun, we love trauma. If the seal is broken, the memories resurface. And that's probably why he went fucking apeshit when he regained his memories back. Okay, I need to write that down. Okay.
Athena moment.
Mm-hmm.
What's with attorneys always having, like, these moments? Memory block moments. Actually, no, it goes all the way back to Edgeworth. Damn, you defense attorneys are pussies. And also you, prosecutor.
Ba 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 da da da. Ba ba da 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 da.
And when they do, that fragile spirit may finally be crushed.
But I really don't.
Kazuma-sama.
Look at him go. Look at them go. Is a computer another version of a typewriter? Having fun typing over there?
Yeah. But if it must be crushed, then so be it! Because the truth will not stay buried. It's coming out, one way or another.
I'm gonna get you.
One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna
Right.
get you.
Now I understand. It clears what his intentions are. He means to expose the truth at any cost. Perhaps if I pointed out the contradiction in what Mr. Vigil claimed earlier, it might cause some crucial memories to return to him. Should I?
Oh, you're just gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Shall I present the evidence or not? Do it. I have no idea how this is going to go.
Yeah.
You might break the guy, so be careful.
Break him!
But this,
Break him! Break him! Do it, coward! You won't!
but this is a court law. I have a duty to pursue the truth.
Oh boy.
Mr. Vigil, I like you to look at this. Evidence that clearly contradicts your version of events. Where is it? Here it is.
Take that!
Just a few moments ago, you made the following statement. I resigned from my role at the prison 10 years ago. Oh, well, yes. In other words, you claim to have left the post of chief warder of your own volition. Well, yes, of course. Why? Tell me. Do you remember seeing this document before? No? No, I don't. This is a dismissal notice ordering the immediate termination of prison staff members' employment.
A dismissal. A dismissal notice.
And the name on that notice is yours, Mr. Vigil. What? What? It's mine?
So you didn't resign from the prison service at all. For some reason, you were dismissed as chief warder from Barclay.
No, there's been some mistake. I'm sure. I'm sure I tendered my resignation. This dismissal notice is nonsense. Isn't it?
If you were forcibly dismissed, there must have been good reason. Clearly, you did something. Mr. Vigil! It's time to break the seal and have you remember!
He's not having a good day.
No, and neither's gonna cause him after this. According
Break
to the
his
few
brain.
remaining records.
Break his brain! Break his brain!
The final execution that you supervised was on 17th June 10 years ago. And on that day, something very serious took place at Barclay Prison.
17th of June? Was
The 24th night of September?
was that
The 21st night of September.
the professor's execution?
Yeah.
Professor.
As you were the chief warder at the time, it stands to reason. That you would have been present throughout the proceedings. Also, whoa, we got it to work in full screen.
It does sound familiar.
And yet, that execution never took place. Yep. Convict, ostensibly executed earlier that day, later re-emerged from his grave.
The convict came back to life? In the cemetery in the middle of the night, there was a witness.
However, the witness claims that a moment after he saw the convict clambering out of his grave, a gunshot rang out from over his shoulder. And the bullet pierced the professor's chest, killing him instantly. Those may have been the professor's actual last moments.
Yes. Yes.
Shit.
Seeing as you were in charge of overseeing executions at the time, you must know the truth about what really happened. It's in your head, somewhere deep down.
It's in your head, Ed. In your head, Ed. Zombie, 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 E.
Well, Chief Warder, Daily Vigil? I know there are memories in your head that can explain what happened on the 17th June 10 years ago. And now it's time for you to drag them up!
Mr. Vigil? Yes, the whole prison. It was complete chaos.
Whoa.
The prisoner escaped. He was killed in the cemetery.
His eyes have fucking fogged over.
The shocking news ripped through Barclay like a hurricane.
Here I am.
What?
Love me like a
What?
hurricane.
Here I am.
Rock you like a hurricane.
I will not associate that song with the worst character in Stranger Things.
Oh god, I forgot.
Who?
Billy.
Yeah.
Why give the coolest song to the worst person possible?
Bad news. The worst person has the best song.
No.
Yes.
Anyways, the judge.
Order up! Order up! Fuck you, order!
Ora.
Bailiff, kill that man. Do you mean to say, Mr. Vigil, that your memories of the time have returned?
My head. It's like some floodgates have been opened. The images, the screams.
Oh my goodness!
Was there a riot going on in there? The papers. There were reports, articles about a man who's seen a ghost. Yes,
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Egnat Drebber.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. But surely those reports were exaggerated.
There were traces at the scene.
Traces of what?
In Lowgate Cemetery, at plot number 139. Blood. Lots of blood. That's where the man was buried, of course. Obviously, something terrible had happened there. So, Mass, I got a question. That weeb girl, what's her name in the new short?
Amberlynn?
Yeah, Amberlynn. Do you think she would be a great value member for Val?
God, no. She would be killed very quickly by Valentino.
There's already crack ships of the two of them.
No! No!
And also a crack ship of Amberlynn and Vox that's just chronically online is the name. I find that hilarious.
How do you think Velvet and Amberlynn would go together?
Not well.
Figured.
We'll say this. Blitz doesn't have to worry about dying alone anymore.
Yeah.
Because that's not happening whether he wants it to or not. The depths of conspiracy and depravity from which this tale is emerging are quite staggering.
Black mud.
Oh, that's a Nado. Oh no.
I've reviewed the police records from that time extensively.
I
I'm
bet
sure
you
you
could.
have. A thorough investigation was conducted by Scotland Yard to ascertain how the convict managed to escape in the first place. And the conclusion reached by the investigating team was
Fuck you, I get
that a
mine.
member of the prison staff must have been involved.
I don't think Vigil would do it, to be honest.
I don't know.
I mean, Genshin was a good detective. So he might have, like, did some...
Genshin it!
Shut up.
Are you suggesting? Oh, by the way, I should mention that one of the eFeds I'm in has a dumb joke tag team with the name Honky Star Rail.
What the fuck?
And one name is like Go Go Gotcha.
God fucking damn it.
That a prison warder abetted a man's bid for freedom.
Yes. Yes, and I was suspected of doing it. Of using that mass murderous execution as a way to help him escape. You did what? I remember now. The horror of it all is coming back to me. One evening a few days after the execution, some detectives came to the prison. I was called to the governor's office at the top of the watchtower. Oh hey, Canadian.
Am I allowed to have a turn yet? I'm sorry, Daddy. This is a serious business, but I cannot help you, no. As Chief Warder, you're responsible for overseeing the execution of 4, eh? You should mill now. It seems the fellows at Scotland Yard want to have a few wee words with you about it. I forgot I was going to make him Canadian. You better pack your things, laddie. You're to attend in person.
As
What
soon
the
as he
fuck
told
was
me
that?
about that, my mind just went completely blank. And
Oh, that's just a hot werewolf.
the next thing I knew, the professor, the most hated killer in our country's history. And I let him escape. I'm finished. My life. It's over!
Jesus Christ, Nick! Holy
That
shit.
certainly sounds like someone who fucked up.
And he's gone.
Is it safe to put my headphones back on?
Yes!
So he attempted to commit suicide.
Shit.
You can't stand the heat? Get out of the kitchen. You ain't fit to be a voice actor. I'm kidding.
Nick, wait till my next agonized scream. I will destroy my throat to destroy your ears. Order! Order! Bailiff, fetch your doctor at once. Court is adjourned for today with immediate effect.
So, with Mr. Vigil's collapse, proceedings came to an abrupt end for the day. Once again overshadowed by the legacy of that notorious killer, appearing like a
Are you
cursed
saying
ghost
something,
ship
Nick?
on a foggy
No, it's
ocean.
voice acted.
Oh, I couldn't hear it.
Lord Van Zeeks,
Lord
Mr.
Van
Vigil.
Zeeks, Mr. Vigil,
Kazuma,
Kazuma,
and
Mr.
Gregson,
and
305.
Gregson.
all of them bound
All
by
of them
invisible
bound
chains,
by invisible chains anchored to the same wreckage in the murky depths of the past.
But the miraculous light,
But the miraculous light that had been trying to cut through the gloom and shine on those tragic events
was playing on the
was playing on the edges of the truth at last. End? No?
We continue. I mean, obviously it's not the end. We don't know who fucking Gregson's killer is. There's only day one of the trial.
Fuck you, chapter ends.
Yeah, because
Fuck you, ends your chapter.
Fuck you, ends your chapter.
Oh, that's a sword of fire and ice. On Nadu.
I still can't quite believe what just happened.
I know. I inquired with the bailiff after the court session was adjourned. And it seems Mr. Vigil was taken to hospital to recover.
Right.
So that Nadu needs to die immediately.
10 years ago now, Mr. Vigil attempted to commit suicide by jumping out of the window of the prison governor's office. Wait, he actually did?
Yeah, I mean, that's what the imagery seemed to say.
But ever since then, he's completely blocked the memory of those events from his mind. Nobody knew his secret. Not his family, not even the man himself. But I forced it out into the open. Yeah, that sucks. Was it wrong of me to do that? Did I overstep the mark, I wonder? Yeah, you kinda did.
I mean, because Kazuma was also peer pressure.
Iris?
Well, no!
Oh, Iris. Here's Iris to brighten up our day after that horrible imagery.
Oh, my neck, my back.
I'm just having a great day, then I just hear Iris's song. Iris Wilson from Great Ace Attorney! And then here comes Sherlock Holmes to ruin it.
He ruins everything.
You were miles away. Anyway, I brewed a fresh pot of soothing tea for you.
Miles away, like Miles Morales.
Miles Ashworth.
Oh, thank you. Miguel O'Hara, the Spider-Man of 2099.
You and Susie have an exhausting day so far, haven't you?
Oh! Thank you, Iris. How thoughtful of you.
Do you happen to know where Mrs. Sholmes is? Actually, I don't really care. When he came out of the courtroom back into the defendant's antechamber, he disappeared.
Well, no, I don't know. He just suddenly sprang to his feet and left. All he said was, I must leave.
That's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, he took a lot of the blame for Gregson's death, so he's probably really hung
wonder
up
if he's
about that and
pursuing the
trying to
mystery of
figure
Inspector
stuff out on
Gregson's
his
death.
own.
know what Helly's always saying, don't you? There are mysteries in this world that should perhaps never be solved.
Vivia Twilight.
Fuck
But the
off.
construction of a solution comes only at the expense of the destruction of something else.
What does that mean?
He knows very well that when you open someone else's old wounds, you often open your own too. But he just can't take his own advice and leave one alone. Solving mysteries is too important to him.
That's true.
That's what I like about Helly, after all.
I suppose that's a lot of great detective in some ways.
So then... let's have tea and then I'll give you a hand.
Oh, do you have time, Iris? Oh, I just realized. One of her books is just gonna be the death of Gregson. I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
Yes, I finished this month's manuscript at last, with barely a day to spare before the deadline.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. A brand new story to read in the Adventures of Sherlock shows.
You know, I always hide Hully's violin in these days, in the days before I have a deadline.
You do?
Oh no.
Poor Mr. Sholmes.
I'm sure that's very wise, Iris. How sensible of you.
With his memory problems, though, you're probably making him kind of sad, though.
Now then, my dear fellows, let's make a plan of action before we continue our investigation.
Oh my god, Magic Gathering literally has Omewamu Moshinderu as a card.
Dear God.
No. This card is literally called You Are Already Dead.
Yeah, that's why I said my God.
So, how did it go in court this morning?
Well, we still don't know the truth about what really happened, but one thing's increasingly clear. Lord Van Zieks definitely didn't do it. Even though Cosmo wants it to be.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, goody!
Yes, that's right. We managed to uncover several new facts as well.
Oh, really?
another development too. Kazuma.
Yes, it's quite clear now. That Kazuma-sama is not himself.
We are going with what works, and what works is rats.
The way he's acting, it's almost as if he's possessed.
I know. I mean, at the end of the proceedings earlier, he was like a bloodhound the way he was chasing down Mr. Vigil's forgotten past. He's not normally so mercilessly persistent. Like the bloodhound that Genshin had?
Genshin!
What's going on in his head, I wonder? I really need to sit down with Kazuma and try to understand what he's going through.
Yeah, talk to him.
Gay lovers.
Don't, though. It'd be funny if you didn't.
We love miscommunication.
If Gregson was really murdered the day before his body was discovered, then Lord Van Zeeks has to be innocent, you see.
What? The day before? Well, that should be easy enough to work out. Just by examining the corpse, surely.
Do we even have permission?
Do you need permission?
Kinda.
It's not a crime if you don't get caught.
Yes, you would expect so, but curiously, no time of death was included in the autopsy report.
Yeah, what's that about? What's that all about? Curious. Most curious.
That is curious.
There are still unanswered questions about Lord Van Zeeks, though, aren't there?
Do you mean?
I mean, what was he doing there on Fresno Street that day in the first place?
Well, according to the man's testimony, he said he was investigating Inspector Gregson, didn't he?
And it turns out that little room was actually the inspector's secret office.
Oh, that sounds like it has all the makings of a wonderfully devilish plot.
But then why was that notice board in there covered in all those particular papers? Papers about cases with the link to the Reaper. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about all this.
You and every Star Wars character.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that sounds more like something horribly devilish.